The Secret Code of a Florida-Friendly Yard, 9 Principles for a Living Landscape, where beauty meets purpose. Imagine stepping outside your door into a landscape that feels alive, one that shimmers with butterflies, hums with bees, shelters birds, and thrives with vibrant plants perfectly matched to Florida's sun-soaked climate. Now imagine that this same landscape saves you time, money, and effort while protecting the natural treasures that make Florida unlike anywhere else in the world. That's the magic of Florida-friendly landscaping. You don't need to be a master gardener to create it. You only need curiosity, a willingness to learn, and the desire to build a yard that works with nature instead of against it. You don't have to be an expert gardener or landscaper to create a Florida-friendly yard. These 9 principles aren't just guidelines, they're a blueprint for transforming your yard into a thriving ecosystem that conserves water, reduces pollution, supports wildlife, and protects Florida's waterways. Let's bring them to life. The heart of Florida-friendly landscaping. Florida-friendly landscapes are more than pretty yards. They are living systems designed to conserve water, reduce waste, prevent erosion, and protect natural resources. Florida-friendly landscapes protect Florida's unique natural resources by conserving water, reducing waste and pollution, creating wildlife habitat, and preventing erosion. Each principle builds on the next, creating a landscape that is beautiful, resilient, and environmentally responsible. 1. Right plant, right place, nature's perfect matchmaking. Plants thrive when they're placed where they naturally belong. Florida's climate is intense: sun, heat, humidity, sandy soils, and sudden downpours. Choosing plants adapted to these conditions means less watering, fewer pests, and lower maintenance. The plant's success depends in great part on whether you choose the right plants for the right place. This principle encourages you to observe your yard like a detective. Where does the sun hit? Where does water collect? Which areas stay dry? When you match plants to these conditions, your landscape becomes self-sustaining. It's not just smart gardening, it's gardening with intention. 2. Water efficiently. Let the plants do the talking. Most homeowners water far more than their plants need. Overwatering wastes resources, encourages pests, and contributes to polluted runoff. Overwatering does more than deplete the water supply. It also makes plants prone to pests. Florida-friendly watering means paying attention to your plants, not your calendar. Wilted blades of grass? Drooping leaves? That's your cue. Micro-irrigation, rain sensors, and drought-tolerant plants turn your yard into a water-wise oasis. 3. Fertilize appropriately. Feed the soil, not the storm drains. Fertilizer is powerful, too powerful when misused. Over-fertilizing leads to excessive growth, pest problems, and nutrient pollution in Florida's waterways. Over-fertilizing can aggravate pest problems and cause pollution of our waterways. Florida-friendly fertilizing means choosing the right nutrients, applying at the right time, using the right amount, keeping fertilizer away from hard surfaces and water bodies. Healthy soil grows healthy plants, and healthy plants grow healthy ecosystems. 4. Mulch, nature's blanket. Mulch is one of the simplest ways to improve your landscape. It suppresses weeds, retains moisture, moderates soil temperature, and enriches the soil as it breaks down. Mulch is an attractive way to help control weeds, retain soil moisture, and moderate soil temperatures. Pine straw, melaleuca, eucalyptus, and bark mulches are great Florida-friendly choices. Even fallen leaves become free mulch, nature's recycling system at work. 5. Attract wildlife. Turn your yard into a sanctuary. Florida's wildlife is extraordinary, but natural habitats are shrinking. Your yard can become a refuge. Food, water, shelter, and space, these are the essentials. Plant trees and plants that bear fruit and seed, and plant foliage and flowers for butterflies, birds, and bees. Bird baths, small ponds, native plants, and reduced pesticide use create a haven for everything from hummingbirds to dragonflies. When you garden for wildlife, your yard becomes a living, breathing ecosystem. 6. Manage yard pests responsibly. Work with nature, not against it. Not all bugs are bad. Many are beneficial allies. Ladybugs, lacewings, birds, and even certain wasps help keep pests in check. Healthy plants can often tolerate pest attacks, and natural controls can help suppress insect pests. Responsible pest management means choosing pest-resistant plants, monitoring regularly, removing pests by hand when possible, using low-toxicity products only when necessary. This approach protects your plants and the environment. 7. Recycle yard waste. Nothing goes to waste in nature. Grass clippings, leaves, and small branches are valuable resources. Not trash. Leave your clippings on the lawn and using leaves as mulch or compost because it helps return valuable nutrients to the soil. Composting transforms yard waste into nutrient-rich soil that feeds your landscape naturally. Many Florida communities even offer free mulch or compost from collected yard debris. Recycling yard waste closes the loop in your landscape's life cycle. 8. Reduce stormwater runoff. Keep the rain where it falls. Stormwater runoff carries pollutants into Florida's waterways. Florida-friendly yards slow, spread, and soak rainwater into the ground. In these landscapes, rainwater soaks into the ground and stays on site instead of running off into streets and drains. Rain gardens, permeable pavers, dense ground covers, and rain barrel all help capture and use rainwater efficiently. Your yard becomes part of the solution, not the problem. 9. Protect the waterfront. Stewardship starts at home. If you live near a lake, pond, river, or stream, your landscape choices matter even more. Everything you apply to your yard can wash into the water. It is important to have a maintenance-free zone at least 10 feet wide between your landscape and the water body, where you don't mow, fertilize, or use pesticides. Planting native, low-maintenance vegetation in this buffer protects water quality and stabilizes the shoreline. Your yard, your legacy. Creating a Florida-friendly landscape isn't just about gardening, it's about stewardship. It's about choosing to protect the land, water, and wildlife that makes Florida extraordinary. Every plant you choose, every drop of water you save, every butterfly you attract becomes part of a larger story, a story of people who care enough to make a difference right in their own backyards. Your yard can be beautiful. It can be vibrant, it can be alive, but most importantly, it can be Florida-friendly. And that makes it a gift to the future.